William Samoei Ruto yesterday made it very clear that he's not going to lead the no campaigns. Most Kenyans had expected William Samoei Ruto to lead the no campaigns based on his previous stance on the Building Bridges Initiative process. But yesterday, he was very clear that being a Democrat, he's going to allow Kenyans to do whatever they want with that document. If Kenyans will decide to vote yes to the document, he will be fine with it. If Kenyans are going to decide to reject the document, again, he's still going to be fine with it. And I remember Kenyans yesterday on Twitter were actually mocking him that he's now the new watermelon in town. Because as a leader, most Kenyans expected him, especially those who are opposed to the BBI, expected him to take charge of the no campaigns. But that will not happen. But why do you think William Samoei Ruto is not going to lead the no campaign? In this video today, I want to tell you the real story, the real reasons why William Ruto is not going to oppose the Building Bridges Initiative process. But before we do that, if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, then click subscribe button, so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. It's important because on this channel, what we do, we analyze politics in a way you can't get any other place. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Your support has been amazing, especially from mid last year up to now. I know there are some people who started following this channel when we were still at a thousand subscribers, when we were still at one person only. I want to thank you guys so much for your support. But give this particular video thumbs up. Now let us get back to serious business. Majority of Kenyans had expected William Samoei Ruto to lead the no campaigns, because there are Kenyans who believe that when the bill is taken through a referendum, the majority of Kenyans were going to oppose this document. As a matter of fact, Kenyans were actually surprised that the MCAs voted in the manner they did. And that's why there are some Kenyans who still believe that it was because of those car grants that the MCAs voted for this document. So those people who believe that this document is bad had expected William Samoei Ruto to lead the document. To lead the no campaigns. But not because of anything. William Samoei Ruto was very clear initially that this document is bad and he was going to oppose it. I remember when Raila Odinga came up with this nobody can stop reggae in their rallies. It was actually as a result of the threat by William Samoei Ruto, who had promised that the BBI process was going to stop. So Raila Odinga came up with the nobody can stop reggae. So when Corona came, there were celebrations, especially from the wing of Tanga Tanga, who finally agreed that reggae had stopped.
This issue of coronavirus, it has created a number of things here. Some people are mocking us that reggae has been stopped. According to me, I know reggae is still on. Reggae is going on. And if this thing can touch Raila Odinga, we are going to, this country should be disbanded.
But why do you think William Samoei Ruto is not willing to lead the no campaigns? Before we do that, let me just play for you some of the clips of the deputy president promising to stop the reggae.
Na munisikize, tunaenda kesho mambo ya BBI, na hiyo maneno ya BBI watu wawaje kututisha, na watu wawaje vitisho na matusi. Mambo ya katiba ni mambo ya Wakenya wote. Mambo ya katiba si mambo ya viongozi, ni mambo ya wananchi. Kama ni aje? Na tunataka tuwe na mjadala. Wameweka mambo ya viti ya viongozi. Tunaenda kuuliza wapi maslahi ya wananchi wadogo? Kama ni aje? Na watu tuambie ati nobody can stop reggae. Kama hakuna if this story we are being told about nobody can stop reggae, if the reggae is what we are seeing, the ethnicity that is being preached in BBI rallies, and the ethnic profiling of communities, and the hate and the campaign one community against another, if that is the reggae they are talking about, my friends, reggae will stop.
But why do you think he has now changed his mind and is not going to do anything in this building bridges initiative process? 5 reasons or 6. Number 1, the major reason why the deputy president is not going to lead the no campaigns is that he's not willing to finance the no campaigns. The biggest problem in campaigns is that campaigns are normally very, very expensive. Take, for example, if you were to lead no campaigns successfully, it means you'll have grassroots network, you'll have a secretariat, you'll have staffs there paid fully, and you'll be fueling logistics, hiring choppers and the rest. William Ruto is not willing to finance the BBI campaigns. Remember, the government strategically blocked all his sources of finance. In fact, the expectation of the system or of the deep state was that by now, William Ruto would be dry financially. But that has not happened. I remember opining on one of my videos on this platform that the main reason why Uhuru and Raila were pushing William Samoei Ruto to oppose this document was that they wanted Ruto to spend his money on the campaign. Because they've tried every other thing for him to spend those money, but he was not spending. So William Ruto is not willing to finance the no campaigns. Remember, even donors had decided to support this initiative, but when Ndi attacked the Luo community, most of those donors withheld the fund, and actually the Linda Katiba initiative collapsed. So today in this country, I don't think there is any other faction which can lead the no campaign without a figurehead. In 2010, when Ruto led that campaign, at least there was the church. Church was fully behind him because churches were opposed to that document. So he just came in and became the leader of that team. But the church were fully behind him. And because of that, William Ruto cannot accept to fund the no campaign. It would be expensive for him. He would rather just watch. So if Kenyans want the document, they'll say yes. If they don't want it, they'll say no, rather than taking a lead. Number 2 is the Kikuyu factor. One thing which has shocked William Samoei Ruto is the Kikuyu factor. How the counties voted for this document. William Ruto spent 3 years in the larger Mount Kenya region. Out of 550 MCAs, only 4 voted against the document. There were so many MCAs who had promised to stand with the deputy president. He has worked with them several rallies. In fact, in most of his rallies, the deputy president would always be accompanied by almost 100 MCAs. None of those, apart from 4, voted in support of the deputy president. So the fear of William Ruto is that if you take the Kikuyu votes from his basket, today if you remove Kikuyu factor from William Ruto, he's a nobody, politically speaking. The Kalenjins cannot make him anything. But Kikuyus have the numbers. So if you have them perceptually, then it means one thing, that you have a head start. William Ruto is not sure how the Kikuyu, the origin or the ordinary Kikuyu on the ground there, is going to vote to this document. Whether they're going to vote yes or no. Assuming we go for a referendum, Ruto is opposing it, and the ordinary Kikuyu on the ground decides to vote yes. How will he recover from that? It's going to be very difficult because, sometimes these campaigns, when now Ruto will take the other side, Raila this side, and the Kikuyu, let's say now, decide to support the document, then Raila Odinga will take the face, and some of them will start working with him. William Ruto cannot allow the Kikuyu votes just to go like that. Because he's not sure how they are going to vote for the referendum. At the referendum, he would rather just sit there, wait and relax. So if they vote yes, he will tell them, oh, mi siko penga. If they don't vote, Me niliwaambia this thing was not good, but I didn't want to interfere with you guys. So that's number 2, the Kikuyu factor. Number 3, I think William Ruto is not ready for another humiliating defeat. Let's face it, the way MCS voted in this country shocked everybody. Even myself, I was shocked. I'm sure even President Uhuru Kenyatta or even Raila Odinga were actually shocked. If you take the way the MCS voted in Central Kenya, I'm sure even the president was not expecting that kind of voting. But here we are. Ruto defeated. His team humbled. The noise they were making in rallies against the BBI has suddenly gone down. They're not talking about BBI anymore. They have been defeated. Do you want to tell me that in June, the deputy president was ready for another defeat? Do you want to tell me he was ready for another defeat? I don't think so. I don't think the deputy president would have been ready or is ready for another defeat in June. Because that would mean sharing something they've been referring to Raila Odinga as a perennial loser. So we'd rather just avoid that campaign. But William Ruto is a politician. Let us wait and see how he's actually going to move forward. Number 4, I think the deputy president also is not keen on any direct confrontation with President Uhuru Kenyatta. I've always opined on this platform that if there's one thing which William Ruto has tried to avoid at all cost, is direct confrontation with the president. To an extent that even when the president asked him the other day to resign if he's not happy, he went to Central Kenya and just said he was elected with the president and it's him who has always stood with the president. And the other day he was also very clear that he's not going to leave office. So in my considered opinion, William Ruto is not ready for any direct confrontation with the president. A direct confrontation with the president would mean the president would go down to his grassroots support, which is a stronghold, which is Central Kenya or the larger Mount Kenya region, and appeal to them. So these guys will start asking themselves, if this guy can engage or can confront the president, what if he will become the president and now Uhuru is not in office? What do you think he will do to him? So some of them will be skeptical a bit to support the deputy president. So the deputy president is actually trying to avoid any direct confrontation because it's now clear that the president is going to take a lead in the campaigns for the Building Bridges Initiative process. Number 5, I think, which is obvious, is that a combination of President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga is too lethal to challenge. Just like I keep on telling people that there is no way President Uhuru Kenyatta can allow Raila Odinga to leave his camp to go and work with William Ruto. A combination of Raila Odinga and William Ruto is also very, very lethal. Just like a combination of Ruto and Uhuru. So those 3 combinations are lethal. And William Ruto understands that. That if you have the Luos and the Kikuyus voting together, it's difficult to beat them. If you have Ruto and Raila together, it's also very difficult. So I don't think William Samoei Ruto is going to be ready to confront both Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta at the same time. He can confront one of them at the same time. Only one of them at a time. If he decides to confront Uhuru Kenyatta, it means Raila Odinga will be spared. If he decides to confront Raila Odinga, then Uhuru Kenyatta will be spared. And if you've been following his strategy, it has always been very strategic. Attack Raila Odinga. Even where Uhuru Kenyatta is the one who is supposed to be responded to, find a way of dragging in Raila Odinga so that Raila Odinga become the punching bag. For the simple reason that Uhuru Kenyatta is going home, the Raila Odinga is now the only opponent. And lastly, isolation. If the entire political class is supporting this document, and only William Ruto is going to oppose it, how is it going to be seen outside there? Those are some of the questions which William Ruto is asking. In 2010, it was only Ruto who opposed the document. The document ended up being passed or voted for by Kenyans. Again, now we are in another era, another time, constitutional moment. Then again, the same guy who opposed it there is the one leading its opposition again. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add, nobody can really understand that. So basically, William Ruto doesn't want to be seen to be isolated. He doesn't want to be seen to be the only guy who is always outside there, opposing any other thing, which probably is good for the country. I don't know what to think. Let me hear your thoughts on this matter. But in my considered opinion, those are the 6 real reasons why William Samoei Ruto is not going to lead the no campaigns. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.